know those disaster movies where literally like the plot of the entire movie is that the airplane is going to depressurize, it's going to hit some crazy turbulence, and at the beginning of every single one of those movies, there's like a safety briefing and put on your seatbelt and walk through the rows and exits to the side and whatever, you know. I never pay attention. And no one is paying attention. And then all of a sudden, when everything starts going crazy, or sitting back on your couch eating popcorn and yelling at your TV, oh, you wish you would have paid attention now! Well, in real estate, we kind of do the same thing. We kind of bypass the safety briefing because only nerds pay attention to this. Welcome back, everybody. Such a pleasure to be back. My name is AlexBeltran, and I talk about real estate tricks, tips, and topics. So, if you want the latest on everything real estate related, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Take the extra step to hit that bell because YouTube wants you to do extra steps so that you enjoy the platform that they but just hit the bell. Everyone always talks about how to get started investing in real estate. Hell, I'm guilty of it. A lot of my videos are about how to get started investing in real estate. Fix your credit. Know the scope of work. Know how to negotiate. Do the math. Have some cash on hand. You gotta look for good deals. Rent it out as soon as possible. You just gotta start collecting that cheddar, baby. Oh, and don't forget to pay your taxes. But real estate is an investment after all, and if you've ever read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, then you know that you always have to prepare. You have to calculate every possible outcome because, newsflash, there are no warranties or guarantees in investments. There is a chance that you can lose everything. That is a possibility. Not likely if you're doing your due diligence because you're minimizing risk, but it's still a possibility, be it your fault or not. If there's anything that 2020 has taught us is that there are some things that are 100% out of our control. I am in the wrong business. Politicians have it so easy. I mean, they get paid so much money to make bad decisions. Hashtag dream jobs. I wish I could get paid to make dumb decisions. I'd be really good at it. Now, as an investor, having an exit strategy is just as important as knowing how much money you need to purchase the property. You gotta know at what point the house no longer makes sense to keep. And what do you do when that situation arises? And no, this doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. You don't have to sell everything because you lost it all and now you have to run away with the little bit you have left. This could also be for positive reasons as well. You have grown in your real estate investment career, and now holding on to this particular property may not make financial sense. The resources spent on that particular property could be better used on a better property. I'm a huge proponent for holding on to real estate like forever. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, a real estate agent that doesn't like to sell real estate, don't believe it. Yeah, and sometimes to my detriment. I advise people to hold on to their properties all the time because real estate is generational. It is a long game. And the other thing that I always tell people to do is to talk to a lawyer to plan for forever. But this world is not a Disney movie, and sometimes you just have to sell. There is the full cash out method where you put it on the market and just cash out. You take your money and, I mean, hopefully that wasn't your only home because now where do you go? We all know this strategy, not because it's the best strategy, but because it's the most common knowledge of strategies. But there is another option where you're not necessarily cashing out. I mean, okay, you are cashing out, but with more favorable tax rates, with possible higher sale price, and with that magical word, passive income, baby. Whoa, wait. This guy's just talking nonsense. What are you, a politician, bro? There's no way. Are you done? Because there really is a way, and it's called seller financing. And you, as a seller, get to make all the terms and finance that buyer. Now, seller financing has endless possibilities, endless examples, and endless pitfalls. Every situation is unique and should be handled on a case-by-case basis, meaning hire a lawyer to do this for you because you don't want to screw this up. And for that reason, I'm just going to give you the vanilla flavor of seller financing, if you will. First off, what is seller financing? Seller financing is when the seller offers financing for the home that they have up for sale. So if you are a buyer, rather than go to the bank to get a mortgage, you get your mortgage from the seller. And this could happen for a multitude of reasons. Maybe banks don't finance certain plots of land, for whatever reason. The sky's the limit with excuses as to why a bank or a person can't use a bank. Now, as a seller, let's say you paid off the entire house. You don't have a mortgage anymore, so you act as the bank. And you can get higher sales prices 9 times out of 10. The buyer's more concerned with the terms than the sale price. We sadly live in a world where the monthly payment is more important than the total payment. Good job, LA County Public School System. Not one finance class, but my F in Algebra 2 made me have to retake the course in summer school? Not cool, bro. Not cool at all. When you sell or finance, you get taxed on income received in a given year. And you get to collect a monthly check. I mean, what could be better than that? That's right, receiving a monthly check every month in the mail while you kick back, drink some margaritas, eat some tacos in Tulum, Mexico. Now, you must be thinking to yourself, yeah, I'm actually in the other camp where I'm trying to level up my real estate, trying to get better property so I can make that ROI slap. Well, in that case, how about leveling up and deferring your taxes on the sale of the property? That's right, I'm talking about the 1031 exchange sizzle! It's section 1031 of the tax code, and you're using it to get a like-kind property and defer taxes. It's basically the adult version of tradesies. Now, I can make an entire video about the 1031 exchange. However, according to a very reliable source called Keywords Everywhere, no one would watch it. So I'm just gonna cover the surface level here. One of the first things you need to know is that the 1031 exchange is not exclusive to real estate. It's probably one of the reasons why the 1031 exchange is so controversial. Only on Twitter. With the 1031 exchange, you are deferring taxes, which means you're gonna pay your taxes just on a later date. That's all. There are very strict rules to the 1031 exchange. You have to disclose. I mean, the truth is you should always disclose everything because that keeps you out of trouble. You have to hire an attorney that's gonna do the 1031 exchange paperwork for you. There are attorneys that specialize exclusively in the 1031 exchange. You need the attorney because the funds can never touch your personal bank account. The attorney is basically your intermediary. There are stipulations as to what is considered like kind. I'm not going to go too deep into that here, but basically you're trading in your investment property for a more expensive investment property that makes more money. There is more to it than that. That's basically the watered down version. There's also a very strict window of time. You have 45 days to identify the property that you want to buy, and you have 180 days to close on that property. So there is no messing around. The IRS does not forgive and does not forget. Don't believe me? Don't pay your taxes. See how well that works out for you. The IRS is probably the scariest body of the government. You do not want to be on their radar. I don't know if you've ever tried to fight the IRS, but they win. By the way, to be clear, that bit about not paying your taxes was sarcasm. Always pay your taxes. The IRS is so scary that I'm actually disclosing a joke. The thought process behind the 1031 exchange is that you use the money that you would have paid towards taxes to buy a more expensive property. That more expensive property is going to be taxed more because it's going to be assessed at a higher value. If you really want me to make a 1031 exchange deep dive video, go ahead and comment in the comment sections down below. If enough people request it, I will make it. But it would actually be better if you talk to an attorney that specializes in 1031 exchange. Lawyers are going to be the ones that know the ins and outs and everything having to do with a 1031 exchange. And more importantly, the law protects them. And that is it for this particular video, folks. If you found this video informative or entertaining, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps this channel out, and I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, go on ahead and do so. If you want to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing in real estate, go on ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. If you want to watch some more of my real estate related content, I'm going to go ahead and link them here and here. Other than that, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.